I've got the side of learning from being a contractor to being the Teksill team guy is, also how to educate the insurance companies, or make them aware of what this can happen. I have to see all the sides of the story, from a handyman, from the contractor, from the homeowner, the builders who build homes, and the insurance companies. And what tears me up with insurance companies is that they hold the darn warranty to the basement of a house. Insure a home. If you get water down, and now when I ask the questions to homeowners, what do you think about building a more preventative basement? It's a lot of times it's going to rest on the insurance company's back. Don't worry about it. The insurance is going to take care of this. Like, okay, well, there's a better way, and to turn your basement to a resilient basement so you don't have this huge stress. And for the insurance companies to hold that, they carry on their back the basement load cost. That's tough.
Did you ever think about going directly to the contractors? Because a lot of times the insurance companies, they'll dispatch the claims. For those of you that don't know, this is how it works. So at least in Quebec. And interesting, I went to this trade show in the US. It's completely different in the US, which I found interesting because I was picking this claims adjuster's brain. And I'm like, so hold on. Like, you don't fix the stuff? He goes, no, most of the time we just give a check and let them do it. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. I guess that works too. But in Canada, Quebec specifically, because it's where I have the most experience, they will, if you have a claim in your basement, water damage, you're going to call up the insurance company, and then the insurance company is going to, it's almost never the actual insurance company going to fix the repairs. It's a contractor hired by the insurance company that's going to go fix the repairs. So what I was going to say is, have you ever tried to infiltrate the network of contractors that, for example, work with Intact? Let's take them as an example. Try and infiltrate them to sell the product. You ever thought about that?
Yeah, we had a program and we did a study, and the insurance contractors, they're so hardworking, stressed. They got to get that wet basement dried, then they got to get it built, and they got to do it quick and under strict budget. Do it smart. Insurance company's not there to invest into a homeowner's home. They got to do the repair and do it right.
And get out.
Yeah. So the insurance contractors don't have time to promote, sell a new prevention. So we're started, now that we're CCMC approved, we've got more ability to show these insurance contractors there's a better way. You can introduce this prevention, which hopefully eventually the insurance companies will say, yeah, you got one flood. If you install this device, we'll be happy because your second flood won't be that much damage. It'll be minimum.
I'll play devil's advocate. If I'm an insurance company and I'm the claims adjuster team, I'm going to go get it, because you're right. The insurance companies, especially the bigger they get, they'll tell the contractor, okay, here's your job, but they're strict with them. And if the contractor keeps messing up the jobs, they're not finishing the jobs, the repairs on time, they're going to go find another contractor, and the contractor is going to lose all that work. That's what will happen. Yeah. So if I'm the insurance company, again, just to play devil's advocate, I'd go, statistically speaking, this person is not going to have, or this house isn't going to have another residential claim for another 20 to 25 years. I don't care. Because those are the stats. It's about every 20 years, someone for home insurance will have a claim.
Yeah. So it's a kind of like a don't care situation.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth the effort of improving or creating a prevention process inside. Yes. It's a huge investment.
And when you look at the actual data, I mean, it's like lightning striking twice. You know what I mean? So maybe I'm just trying to put myself in the mind of an insurance company. That's probably what they're thinking. And they're going to go, you know what, this is just an added cost that we don't really see the benefit from this, because statistically speaking, if we take the law of averages, this house isn't going to be hit twice. And if it does get hit twice, it's so rare that it's not worth it for us to go put the investment into the added cost for this.
Yeah, I guess that's where the math is in the percentage and the averages. But if we look at the climate change, I know it's a big topic.
Yes.
And we look at what's been happening in Quebec.
It's like we're in a boardroom right now. I'm the insurance company. You got to sell me.
Awesome. I love it. Well, I don't like the fact that you insurance company has to pay for all the water floods. I'd like to try and make your water flood claim minimal. I'd like to save millions and see that compounded savings help the insurance companies big time. So I'm not just a Teksill guy. I'm also trying to help the insurance companies.
Yes. And they'll pass the savings, not all of it. They'll keep some of it for them, but they will pass some of those savings on to the consumer.
Yeah, I suppose so, because let's say that, the next claim is not 20, 15, 30,000. It's 3,000 or 2,000. That's a delight for the wallet of the insurance company on a payout,
Yes.
I presume.
Yes.
And that's what we're, at Teksill trying to promote the insurance companies. What I really find fascinating with the insurance companies is the standard to create with hot water tanks. Every 10 years, you got to change a hot water tank in a house.
Yep.
Why? Because they decided, why take the risk of keeping a homeowner's old 30-year hot water tank that can leak and create hot water damage in a house? That's such a smart savings to insurance company. They cut so much insurance claim costs with that. We look at oil tanks that have to be changed. I believe it's every 12 years. That standard from insurance companies says, wow, they're going to cut a huge amount of oil claims in homes. Cars, now the standard is put winter tires on or else you get a ticket. And that standard created by insurance companies creates a huge saving. There's so much less accidents now with vehicles in the winter. Teksill, if the venting, doesn't have to be Teksill, but if hockey puck under a wall, if the wall was elevated in a basement home, if the client was told, one flood, do something about it so it doesn't happen, well, will that be a savings long-term for that insurance company if there's a second disaster, a second power outage, a second flood in that house? Well, as this couple in this house, they didn't call their insurance company. They had a flood, an hour shop vacuum fans, no damage, no insurance call. That's what I find extremely beneficial for insurance companies.